Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Carrie here with Carrie Counts Cash. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good this week. I was quite sick last week. I don't think I've been that sick in a very long time. And then just as I kind of started to get over it, I was rolling into work education and right back into my regular work stretches. So I didn't really do much filming over the last little while, but I definitely did keep on track with my weekly check-ins. And I am back at it with a cash stuffing for you guys. This is going to be $2,285 we are stuffing today across my envelopes, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get started with my change. Now, last time we did this, I had a ton of change. I don't have as much this week. Sorry, the cat is doing his usual thing. So this week we have 75, 85, 95. So this is $1.20 here in silvers, and we have $5 in loonies and toonies. So we'll put those away. I know that's kind of off camera, but they're starting to get a little bit heavy, so forgive me. So $6.20 was better than I thought I did, so I'm definitely okay with that. And then cash envelopes, we go. Beauty is going to get, let me bring up the iPad here. Okay, Beauty. So we're gonna do $10 for Beauty, and I do get my nails done tomorrow before I go to Halifax. I'm leaving just after like 10 a.m., so it's gonna be a long day on the road, but my nails will be a blessing before I leave, basically. And we're probably gonna do something spooky. We're gonna do a Halloween set, I think. So then we have 50 in Beauty. And I don't know what it is, but this set just has not lasted. I went back to her to get them repaired, and it was all well and good, but like last night and the night before, they started to peel off again. So that was frustrating, but it is what it is. And we should be all ready and rearing to go tomorrow with a fresh set of nails. So Beauty has 50. I'm gonna leave that right there for now. Eating Out is going to get a ton of money. It's gonna get $120. And again, this is because I'm gonna go to Halifax and we may or may not go out for supper. And I know that I will wanna kind of stop and refuel on the way because it is like a 6-hour drive both ways. So for Eating Out, we're gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of that actually. We're gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20. And then 30, 40, 60, 80, 120. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 120. And some of these bills are so gross, but we are gonna try and put those in our spending categories and get rid of them. All right, Fun is getting $5. This will make it fully funded, and I anticipate if we do go out in Halifax, then I can use some of this money to cover anything else on top of both my gas, my regular spending, my Eating Out budget, and my adventure. So I'm gonna be loaded on all fronts just in case I need to use this as well. But we have 50, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. The wheel was turning, but the hamster was dead there towards the end of that count. So, whew, we're just getting started, guys. All right, and gas. Gas is getting most of my budget this time around. It is getting $300. Now, you might think that's ridiculous, but again, it's a 6-hour drive both ways. And last time I went, I spent about $225 to $250 in gas. And so I want to buff this up, but I also will probably be going to my parents next week. My dad is flying home. So I want to have this money in my envelope. We do have $10 left over. I just filled up this morning. Gas did go up almost like 10 cents overnight, so it's $1.73 here. So I'm not looking forward to the gas money on this trip. That is gonna be the biggest expense, honestly. And what I did with gas is I just did 3 100s. My boy is going kind of crazy in the background. He's got the zoomies, so if you hear him, I apologize. I think it was Mel, she commented and she said that she wanted a Poe video, and I might throw some photos of him towards the end of it. He's really uncooperative for most things, so I don't think a video will be possible, but I might put some pictures in here of the little guy if I remember. And for groceries, we do have some money left over. We have $50, $60, $70, $80, $90 left over in groceries, which is awesome. But y'all know we're gonna keep the red one in there. And then these are all going towards my $5 and my $10 challenges, which is what that earlier $10 that we took out of gas is gonna go to as well. So we did pretty good with our $5 and our $10 challenges this week. And for groceries, we are just gonna add in 3 more $50 bills. So $150 plus 50 is $200 right here. And I shouldn't spend a ton of this because it is Thursday. I'm leaving on Friday. I don't need any groceries tonight. And then this should take me through, of course, Sunday night. When I come back, I'll have some fast food on the way home. And then Monday, I am thinking that I'm going to go with my mom to the airport to grab my dad. So I don't know if I'll need a whole lot then, but I start back to work on Tuesday. So I will probably get groceries Monday evening. All right, and spending. I did get a little bit extra money from something I sold on Facebook Marketplace, which is why there is more than what I had stuffed last week in here. There is $45. I'm gonna leave that in my spending envelope this week and add $50. And then next time we stuff, when I'm ready to reallocate money to this envelope, I will take whatever's left and put it in my wants envelope like I would normally do. So we're gonna do 120, 220s, and 110 for spending. So in here now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, $95. And I'll set these to the side and we will move into my bills binder. Okay, so we are gonna start first with the fact that we're not putting anything in annual. The only thing I'm paying annually right now is my Plum Plus membership, and that is $45, and that is not due until like August of next year. There's already $25 here, so we will skip that for now. Car payment is gonna get $215. 1, 2, 210, and 215. 1, 2, 3, 4, 410, 420, 425, 430. And these bills are due, I think, on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever the 18th is. I think it's Tuesday. Anyway, and then so you probably won't see these next time you see my envelopes. I probably won't do an unstuffing just because it's so hectic with what's been happening over the last 2 weeks and trying to get back on track and then going away and then right back into work. So I apologize, but I probably will continue to at least not film it for like at least the next week or so. So this one is cell phone, and cell phone has $80. That is what we're going to add here. So 50, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160. This is also fully funded. We'll be going back to the bank. Checking is what I take back to my checking account if I have any money that I spent out of there or anything like that. Credit card, we're not stuffing because oops. Well, I screwed up, let's be real. So this money that was in credit line was supposed to be in credit card. That was what that silence was for. I was like, where did it go? There's $120 here, and this is money that I owe back to my credit card. So when I take back the money for my bills next week, I'll take this back too. Now, credit line, we made a significant payment last month. If you missed it, we paid $4,150 plus an additional $550 throughout the rest of the month. So we made some really huge progress on my credit line. It is sitting at $3,800 and my goal is to pay that off by the end of December. Right now we are going to put $250 in here. $250. And I was hoping to put like at least $900 on my credit card or on my credit line, sorry, for October. But with my trip, it's just not gonna happen. I really had to double down and focus on Halifax. So we'll just see where we get to at the end of the month. Insurance is going to get its usual $130. $120, $130. These $10 bills, you guys really can't see them. These are brand new. They are so crisp. It's beautiful. And with our slippery plastic money, when you get a nice, beautiful one here, the best feeling. Okay, so insurance had $130 in total because I just paid this at the end of the month. And loan interest is for my credit line. This hopefully should be going down this month. We can't promise that, but we're looking forward to it, where we made that huge payment last month. So we're gonna put $30 in loan interest, and that is gonna bug me. Those bills are so awkward. There, okay, that's better. Power bill is gonna get $110, $110. So it has $100, $200, $210, $220. And the power company in my province is looking at an 8.5% increase. Are we even surprised? So I don't know when that's gonna happen, and I'm on equalized billing, so that might be next year, but it probably will be in the future for me. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Subscriptions is my iCloud and my Spotify, and that cost me $15 a month. We're gonna put in $5 right now. This is a really yucky $5. I might off camera end up switching that out for one of the ones in my wallet, so I can definitely get rid of that. We will see. And then we're getting towards the end of my bills. TV internet is also going to get $80 here. So it has 51, 120, 140, 150, 160. And the last two are, we'll start with utilities. So there's $200 in here. This is for my water bill. We've been talking about it for months. If you didn't catch my bonus stuffing, my bill swap for September, recommend you go watch it, but we are going to continue to stuff this because I do think my water bill is going to start going up substantially. So we're going to put $15 in here, which means we have $200, $210, $215. And I was using my buffer envelope exclusively for electricity. You can see the little light bulbs there for my power bill. Just if I owe more money than I have paid, or that I owe more money than I have in the account. And so there is $30 here, and we are gonna add $10 to this. And I think that what I'm going to do, oh, this is such a shame to fill this bill. But I am going to start stuffing this for both my water and sewer and my power bill, just as an extra buffer. So there is now $40 in this envelope. And I'll just tuck that right back in there. And that's it for bills. Now for sinking funds, I didn't really stuff much of anything. You will see A lot of money went to very specific sinking funds. So we will pull out my high priority binder, and I'm gonna flip almost to the back. We're gonna go to Polaris, my babe, my fluffy little kitty. He's gonna get $30 this week. And he will always get stuffed no matter what. So 50, 100, 120, 140, 150. And he might need litter over like the next couple weeks, so we will see. But I know I said I was going to stuff $10 minimum in all of my high priority funds, but that's not gonna happen this week because I just want to focus on specific things. Property tax is next, and this is basically something that always needs to get stuffed because it is a bill I have to pay every single year in like April, May period. So we are gonna do 110. That is our last $100 bill. So 110 here. Sorry guys, the formidable feline strikes again. He was climbing all over the setup. We had to boot him off, which is super sad because I won't be with him for a few days, but it is what it is. So property tax has $1,000, $2,000 in the bank, 110. Now we normally aim for 3,000. My property was assessed for 20 grand more than last year. So this may or may not be going up. We will kind of see. And I guess that buffer envelope, we might even use that for property tax if we have enough there. It'll just kind of be the cushion for basically every envelope that we need it in, I think, for my bills. But that is it for high priority. So then low priority, the majority of my money is gonna go into my low priority binder, which is kind of ironic considering. Adventurers is gonna get $150. And what did I do this in? I did 5 20s, 40, 60, 80, 100, and I also did a 50. So in adventures, we have 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, $350 in adventures. And this basically is like my weekend fund, my vacation fund, my any of that. So this envelope is gonna get quite a bit of love over the next little bit. I may or may not be going somewhere warm in February. I don't know that. I applied for the time off and we will see, but we are going to stuff over the next few months like we are going to be going somewhere tropical. We'll see. So whatever I don't spend in adventures this weekend, I will roll over for a potential vacation in February. And clothing. I know I don't normally give clothing some love. I have to start working on this because it will be planner season here when Black Friday comes around, but whatever. So clothing, because I'm thinking about going away, I'm gonna need some stuff. So there's $60 now in this, which seems weird that I would be stuffing clothing because I've never been like super hot about that, but you know. Week to week, things change. And that brings us into our savings binder. We're gonna put some money in my emergency fund. We're gonna do $25. I normally do 50, yes, I know, but this will tide us over until the next stuffing because we have officially reached $2,000 in our emergency fund. So 2,025 is officially what we have in there now, which is a huge relief. It's a huge load off my shoulders, having that extra money set aside just in case. And honestly, I'm thinking about using that for my car because if you heard that my heated seats weren't working and it's winter time in Canada, you'd know there might be an issue. So my parents is going to get $25 as well. This is an important thing that I always want to stuff for. And savings is not going to get anything. There is $500 in my TFSA and there's $40 in the envelope in cash. We're gonna move on to my challenges. This one, I believe, is my 100 envelope here. Let us start with that. So last time we started with 85. And then, so what we do is whatever number we uncover, that is the envelope we open up for the next week. So envelope number 85 revealed $68. So we will be stuffing 70 because that is how we roll here in Canada. I don't want to put any change in here, so I always round up. And we're not gonna count our challenges, guys. As you know, that's reserved for the end of the month with bill swaps and check-in videos. And so because we opened up 68, we will open up the 68th envelope next stuffing. So let's look now and see what that is. So that is $70. So next time we will plan to stuff 70 for our 100 envelope challenge. For $5,000, I had pulled 75. And I did all this off camera. I normally wouldn't do that, but just trying to get my budget all figured out. And what we'll do is I'll pull the number this week again for next week. We'll kind of go back to that for a little bit. Just until we kind of get some priorities sorted out. So 50, 75 going in here, and we may or may not come back to this challenge afterwards. Oh, it's so nice and condensed. But I might have to make some change as we go because I'm looking and there's not enough fives. So we're gonna fill in this 75. So when I flipped for Flip a Coin this week, I got heads and heads. So you can see one is $7 and one is $8. So we're gonna round those both up to 10. So $20 going into Flip a Coin this week. I love the first stuffing after a condensing video because everything is just as neat as it can be. What we are going to do is I will grab my coin and I'll just kind of like figure out what we're gonna do next week. So we got a tails. So that means 44. So we would be stuffing $45. And tails, so that is $43. So we're gonna stuff $90 in totality with Flip a Coin next week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to mark those off, a big X and a big X. And before we go too much further, let's actually draw the number for our $5,000 envelope challenge. Ugh. $125. Ooh, she's gonna be a big week for saving challenges next time. Hopefully we don't have to change any of this up. We might even be able to stuff this at the end of this stuffing. Who knows? Let's find out. So this was the 75 that I had drawn already. So we will set that aside. I'm just gonna leave the 125 right there for now. Okay, and now let us put the $5 bills in our $5 challenge. So we're starting to build them up again. This week we're putting in 10, 20, $30 worth of fives. That's pretty exciting. And guys, elephant in the room. Yes, I know I said I wasn't going to condense the $10 challenge, but I definitely needed $10 bills. And I didn't have any, so I switched it out and I cheated. So we don't have $50 there, but we're going to take the two $10 bills we had left over and pretend that this is just 7 $10 bills, okay? Don't come for me. So then we took a pause at Saveopoly. Let's give this one some love. So we ended at save 70 last time. Take my die. And we got 3, so I will take my little doggy icon and we will move him 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. Which is save 80, 50, 70, $80 going into Saveopoly. We keep just missing those chance and community chest cards. I'm excited to show you what's underneath them. And then we're coming around to the expensive side of the board, but we'll see how that goes. Snakes and ladders, we'll go back here. So last week we ended on 32. So let's take our handy dandy die again. And we got a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is $37. $20, $40, because we round that up as usual. Oh my God, this one is so thin. And our no spend challenge. So what did I have for this one? So I had 4 no spend days this week. I did pretty damn good. From the 9th to the 12th, I didn't spend any money. And then last week, I actually had 2 no spend days. So 5 times 6 is $30 going into our no spend challenge, guys. That's really exciting. You can tell that I was sick, and literally one of the days that I spent money, like no spend, and then I literally went to the store and bought just a bunch of stuff because I was sick. So $30 going in this week for no spend, and that is to the back here. Oops, that was open. And we just started this basically on the last like bonus stuffing. So this is pretty good considering that. All right, so I think we are gonna start one more challenge this week. It says the Pac-Man challenge. I bought this off Etsy from KTW Planning and Budgeting. That is where I had initially got my Flip the Coin challenge. And so I bought this from her, and so the little Pac-Man icons, the ghosts, and the cherries are all worth $20, and then you can decide what these dots are gonna be. I had initially said $10. I think I'm just gonna do those 5. So this week we're just gonna start off with $20 in here. And we might not always stuff this. This is just gonna kind of be a slow and steady as I feel like it challenge. But we're gonna start off strong with $20. And so we'll color him in. And that's the start of Pac-Man. So what do we have left? We have $40 left. I don't know that we can actually do much with a lot of these challenges, but do we have... I don't think we have anything lower than 50 on our $5,000 savings challenge. So let's just do a flip and I'll see if I want to do anything else. Save-opoly, we probably can't get away with that. Snakes and ladders, I'm gonna say we probably can't either. Pac-Man, we could do more in there. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'll put an extra, let's do an extra $10. This might not be everybody's choice color, but we're gonna do gray for the dots. We're gonna try and keep it as like similar to the old color scheme as we can manage. So what we want to do though is I want to roll for snakes and ladders this week. No, I don't. So the question becomes, what do I want to do with this $30? Normally I would roll it over, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it in my spending envelope this week, and then if we don't use it, I will have it next week for something else. Okie doke, so spending is fully stuffed with that extra $30 we had left from saving challenges. I am going to peace out now. I will see you in the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye.